What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking with Kimber Black with Three Speckled Hens. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell me about Three Speckled Hens. Actually, first tell me about you. So tell me a little bit about Kimber.
So I grew up on the Central Coast. I was born and raised here in San Luis County, and my husband and I moved to Texas about 8 years ago, but we continued to come back for our Cowgirl Christmas event. And through that, I met the owners of Three Speckled Hens, and that's how I have fast forwarded to be the brand new owner of that event.
Oh, wow.
So that's the quick and easy.
So you also do the Cowgirl Christmas.
Yes.
Wow. So between that and this weekend's event is pretty large. I mean, both of them are on top scales, right?
Yep. Yeah, we have the Three Speckled Hens show. We have about 100 vendors who come in, and they spread out throughout the outdoor areas of the fair park. And then we have 2 buildings that we occupy. And
wow.
They bring all of their wares from all over the world.
So you're in the north end of the fairgrounds?
Actually, the south end. We use the south entrance and the main entrance. And so we're in the Adelaide Ponderosa Frontier building, and then the Frontier Park.
And then the buildings right there in that area.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And so you have over 100 vendors?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And they range from all over the place.
Yes, they come from all over. A lot from Northern California, but they do all of their shopping or dealing in Europe and all over the world, and they bring all of those wares into the fairgrounds to sell this weekend.
So what kind of vendors, what somebody that attends, what can they expect to see? What type of products are there?
So mainly everything that we have is antique or vintage. We have furniture, lamps, dishes, clothing, Western boots. We have cowhides, just pretty much anything from mid-century to old world type items. We also have upcycled items repurposed from artifacts that are transitioned into a new piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some fun stuff.
So some crafts too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So knowing the Three Speckled Hens, now we're a 3-day event, right?
We are.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes.
Where did it come from? How did it start?
So Kathy Marcourt and Susie Fuller started the event in Templeton at the American Legion Hall.
Okay.
And after about 3 years, they had completely outgrown that space, stopped traffic on the highway, and the city pretty much said you need to find a bigger location. So they moved to the fairgrounds and just completely took over that south end of the fairgrounds. And so it started with a shopping trip that they did up in Oregon, and they went up there with a car and a trailer behind it, and they loaded it up, and when they came home, their husbands were like, "What are you going to do with this?" And they're like, "Don't worry, we're going to have a show and we're going to sell it." And that's how it started.
My
15 years ago.
Wow, and that started out as a 1-day event?
So I believe back then it was a 2-day event at the American Legion. It was a Saturday and Sunday show. But when they moved it to the fairgrounds and the pandemic hit, they had to shut down for 2 years just because of all of the restrictions. And so when they came back in 2022, they decided to add a 3rd night and make it fun. It's more like a fiesta, or it's a party. And so they named it the Feathered Frenzy. And so we're open from 4 to 7, and we've added just a lot of fun features for our shoppers. And so we're giving away 10 swag bags full of all of the Speckled Hens merchandise from the mercantile. And we'll have free food, free drinks, because we don't want to stop the shoppers from coming in and doing the early bird experience. They're there to shop, so we just want to treat them with stations that have the free stuff.
And so what are the times Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
So Friday, the event is from 4 to 7. Saturday, we have another early bird session from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then our general admission is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then again on Sunday, general admission is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And what's the concept of the early bird? Somebody that gets in there before the early bird gets the worm?
Yes.
So
the early bird gets the worm. They want first shot at the goods that are being brought in. And they're just excited to be there. So we added this extra night to give those shoppers something a little extra.
And these are tickets. This is a ticketed event, correct?
Yes, we offer tickets.
Okay, and tell me about that.
So we have our Feathered Frenzy ticket, which is actually a full weekend pass. It is $40 per person. That gives you access Friday night and then again Saturday and Sunday. You can come as much as you want. We have the early bird ticket on Saturday morning. That is $25 per person. And then general admission from 10 a.m. Saturday until 3 p.m. on Sunday is $15.
Okay.
And so any ticket that you purchase, it grants you access to the next day.
So you really want people to come in and, because it sounds big, it sounds huge. Mm-hmm. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Disneyland or something that you can't check out everything out in one day.
You can't see it all.
Right.
And the dealers will restock at the end of the day. And so there will be new stuff the next day.
Okay.
So they have a 20-foot booth, but they have trailers in the parking lot that are full. So once they sell things and we move them to the Pickens area, then they're moving something in to take that spot. So.
And you were saying that they came in like yesterday and started setting up. So,
yes.
I mean, this is not just like bringing tables and a tent. All right, I'm here to sell things.
No, it's a bigger deal than that.
Wow.
So yeah, we allow our larger vendors to come in early so that they can get set in and get set before maybe the smaller vendors come in.
And some of these vendors, have they been coming to this event for a long, long time?
Yep, they're all, most of them are returning vendors. We do have a handful of new ones this year. They're new to us, but they're not new to the industry. So yeah, a lot of them have friends on the Central Coast that come to see them specifically. And a lot of their shoppers know what to expect from them. So.
Now, when you put on this kind of event, Kimber, do you somehow, and I don't know how you could exclude one to another, but do you try to keep like things different or?
So it is a juried show. So everyone who signs up to be a dealer has to show exactly what they are going to bring, because we want to offer a large variety of items and we want to make sure that it's antique, vintage, or upcycled. So.
And so you personally or somebody in your...
So Susie Fuller, the original owner, has been doing it, and she has taught me everything that she does and what she looks for. I also do that with my Cowgirl Christmas event. I make sure that I don't have too many boutiques offering the same thing, or, the network marketing type businesses. I only allow one of each. And so we just make sure that we have something for everyone there. And one thing I think would be interesting to say is we have a henpecked husbands area. It's outside by the bar. And so we have couches and chairs and magazines for the husbands who get drug along. Yeah. They have a place to go hang out and commiserate together if that's what you guys need to do. Like my wife's buying everything.
Perfect. Hey, we're just going to be over here and you guys go do your thing.
Yes. And Bonnie Marie is set up right next door. So there's a full bar. And then we also have all of our food vendors.
Wow, that's really cool. So when somebody walks in, obviously you're going to have places going on, vendors this way, vendors that way, vendors in the buildings. I mean, how long do you think people stay? Do they stay like all day?
All day.
Really?
They come in the morning, and so we have the Pickens area. So when you fill up your hands or your shopping cart, you can go deliver it to Pickens. It's there. You get a ticket, and so at the end of the day, you can pull up out front, and then it will be delivered to your car.
Say that one more time. It's a what?
It's called Pickens. And so it's just a place to go set your stuff so that you can continue shopping and you don't have to go all the way to your car. And so we give you a ticket, And then at the end of the day, you pull your car around to the front of the fairgrounds on the street, and then your items will be delivered to your car. So
Wow.
So it's first class shopping.
I guess.
And so
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. And so that Susie and Kathy had it set up that way. They're professional antique shoppers.
Wow. Are they still involved with?
Yes.
So now all three of you guys are growing this.
Yes. So I have them. We've built a really close friendship, and so they're there for me 100%. They just are ready to be grandmas. They're ready to travel, and they're just ready to be retired, and they just wanted to pass it on to someone who will carry it on. And
Gosh, that sounds amazing.
So I'm their girl. I'm the new chick in the hen house.
How many people do you expect that comes to this event?
So pre-pandemic, there was thousands of people that came. Last year we had thousands. It was on a smaller scale, but ticket sales online show that it's going to be a big, healthy show this year. So it's hard to tell until we actually get there, but we would expect a couple thousand.
Because it seems like these type of craft shows are starting to become more and more. They're starting to get, bigger. The reason I mentioned the different items because I've been to a couple of them and it seemed like everybody had the exact same thing. It seems like they all bought their same knickknacks from the same catalog and they were all there.
Yep.
So I'd like to hear the fact that it's you try to keep things different from one to the other.
Yes. We try to separate similar dealers and vendors to make sure that, certain items are not saturated. But sometimes too, it's better to have a couple of same type dealers, but just spread out so that you might see it in this area, but then you're walking through this area and you would miss it. So
right, you're following your wife or whatever, and you go down a different path and you just don't even go to that area. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so everything is curated and juried, and we have thorough conversations about what are you bringing in, stick to that list, this is approved, this is not. So
awesome.
It's definitely worthwhile to go look at it. There's a lot of stuff to see.
Very
and that's
cool.
why it's a 3-day show. So you have all weekend to do it.
Fashion to home decor to crafted items. Mm-hmm. Any wine tasting or anything like that?
So we do have free wine tasting on Friday night.
Okay.
That's part of the Feathered Frenzy. And so it'll be, from what I understand, it's from the local wine competition during the fair.
Oh.
So it's really good stuff.
Oh, very awesome. So Kimber, tell us again, how does somebody get tickets? Do they buy them at the door? Do they buy them online? What's the advantage, disadvantage, that kind of stuff?
Okay, so we offer tickets. You can go to our website, Three Speckled Hens, and 3 is spelled out THREE, speckledhens.com. We have the ticket area there that will take you directly to the 805tix.com website. And so our event is there. Tickets can be purchased all the way up until the weekend. We do sell tickets at the gate. So
are they more or less, or does it matter? They're the same.
Mm-hmm.
So whether
Same
you
price.
get them on the gate or buy them online.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And so you also brought 2 pairs of tickets for us to give away.
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Yep, for your viewers.
Very awesome. We appreciate that. So 2 pairs of tickets, and they could be used
Anytime. They're the full weekend pass. So they can come in Friday, come back Saturday, come back Sunday.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So I'm really excited to go.
Good.
So my wife's going to take me there.
Good.
So that sounds weird. It's not like not take me there. Like, hey, I'll bring Dad. No.
She's going to drag you,
Yeah.
you along.
But it's so much cool stuff. And again, me personally, we've never been, and it's always we've missed it. We've heard about it after the fact. Mm-hmm. So now I'm interested to check out this massive event. I mean, this is like a craft fair, vendor fair on steroids.
Yes. And so it's not really a craft fair. It's an antique show.
Antique show.
Yes. So some of our antique dealers have very crafty items that they have repurposed and upcycled. So
very cool. Well, Kimber, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Much success. Also, the Cowgirl Christmas you put on, and the next Three Speckled Hens is in
September 22nd.
September 22nd.
And it's a 3-day event as well.
Wow. You got a lot on your plate.
I do, but it brings me back home, so it's worth it.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to it this weekend.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure you get out there this weekend to the Paso Robles Event Center. Three Speckled Hens. You do not want to miss this because it has all the stuff that you're going to want to bring back home. But as always, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite and Pest Control, El Red Rooster, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Paso Robles Furniture, Amy and Jamie's Place, and Kennedy Club Fitness, guys. Don't forget, we're giving away 2 pairs of tickets to Three Speckled Hens. We will see you there.
3, 2, 1.